Until we get another theme song, this'll have to do. These are your blues reviews.
The fact that this movie is rated R tells you that there are some things that you just won't be able to erase from your mind, and that you better hold on to your hat, because it's going to be a very, very adult, wild ride.
Some people fit right in. It comes effortlessly. It must be nice.
Excuse me, can you buy some booze for my friends and I?
Oh,
There's my girl.
this never happened.
Hey! Oh my God.
You guys want to party like rock stars? Follow me.
Cool basement.
You're free to do whatever you want down here, but nobody go upstairs.
This is so sick.
Welcome to Mars.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the party! Ah! Who's ready to take some shots with me? Don't make me drink alone!
Don't make me drink alone. Don't make me drink alone.
Shot, shot, shot! Ah, you damn right. Welcome. It's your boy Brandon for another episode of Brandon's Hangover. I guess this time you can call me Pa. I've got my cardigan, I've got my scrubs on, I got my party hat ready to go because the party of the whole entire school year is happening over at Ma's house.
And her basement's pretty much the best drinking spot in town.
We can't go up there.
Ma is a 2019 psychological horror film directed by Tate Taylor and produced by Jason Bloom of Blumhouse Productions, the people that have brought you Get Out, Us, Happy Death Day to You, Happy Death Day. Yeah, so they're all under this house. Yeah, so mixed bag of things that we've got, but definitely bringing the intensity, bringing the weird and out there. Yeah, starring the great Academy Award winner, Octavia Spencer. Fun fact, Octavia is one of only 2 black actresses to receive 3 Academy Award nominations, the other being her friend and frequent collaborator, Viola Davis. And fun fact about Octavia, she is the only black actress to ever receive a second nomination after her win. So if you go back into the history books, we've got Whoopi Goldberg winning, Hattie McDaniel, Jennifer Hudson, Viola Davis has even won, but no one has been able to get a nomination after that win. And Octavia has received 2 and received them back to back, 2016's Hidden Figures and 2017's The Shape of Water. So pedigree star here. We've got one of the top stars, and she is here to let us have it at her party, honey. If you are not partying at Ma's house, you are dead to her, and I live. So this part of the review is going to be spoiler free. I'm just going to talk about some of the background. I'm just going to talk about what I liked, what I kind of didn't like. I won't go into details, but then I'm going to let you all know when I'm going to go into detail stuff, because there was a lot of stuff that I want to talk about for real right now. And so if you haven't seen the movie, I will let you know when that point is. Go see the movie first and foremost. And leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, because you're going to get these over here, these quick and dirties. You're going to get full episodes and movies and Drag Race when Josh is here. But bitch, we got Sin Fire. Sorry, they were all out of Fireball. Ma knows what it's like with these kids. So let's talk about it. Octavia Spencer. So this movie came about. Octavia Spencer, as we know, is an Academy Award winner. She is a comedian. She's been in a lot of comedies before getting her break in dramas and The Help. With The Help, Shape of Water, she was in the Divergent Maze Runner series, right? Yeah, those two kind of just blended together. But she was in that, and so she was kind of feeling like, you know, I'm always playing the supporting role. It's great. I've gotten awards, I've gotten acclaim, I've gotten gigs. Not saying that I don't like that, but you know, I want to be the lead for once. I want to do something that I've never done before. And
I've been talking to Tate for a while about the types of roles that I was being offered, and we just made jokes about, you know, possibly doing something completely out of anybody's frame of reference for me. And when he came across this film, and took it to Jason Blum, I felt like it was magic in a bottle for me. No one else having seen it or read it or anything. But it wasn't written for me. And Tate changed the narrative to suit me. And I'm very grateful, very grateful.
And I'm here for that, because anytime I see a new challenge, oh, I've never played a vampire before. Let's go play a vampire. Or, I've never sang in Swahili. Well, I have, but you know what I mean. I've never tried that. I'm always down to try something new and push myself out of the boundaries that I think I'm already in. So I was so happy to hear that. Octavia didn't read the script. She didn't blink. She said, yes, sign me up. And she was on board. And that's kind of the feeling that I had when I first saw this first trailer.
We can't go up there.
What the hell?
Take a look.
Maggie. I can feel those big doe eyes watching me.
Why is my son spending time at your house?
Some people fit right in. Strip. What you did to me, it never goes away.
Why are you doing it?
From that trailer alone, I was hooked. Hold on. Ma, it's time to party. We about to get the party started. Let me get a cheers, some fire. I don't even like this shit, but here I am today, because it's for Ma. I won't let her drink alone. Ah! No more of that. Welcome. But, yeah, from that trailer, the first time I saw the trailer, I think it was during Us. I saw the previews to Us. And I was like, okay, the same family, Blumhouse, yeah, they're supporting. And I was like, come through, Octavia. I was ready. I was hooked. I was sold. I wasn't gonna rent it I wasn't gonna wait for a red box. I knew I had to be in the theater to see this and support Octavia. Because I love seeing people push themselves and go outside of their comfort zone. And here in Hollywood, I myself trying to be an entertainer, I'm doing this show, y'all. Obviously I have dreams and I want to make it. And so, but I know what it's like to feel like, because you are black, because you are gay, you are put certain places, and you feel like, I could kill that, I could nail that, I could walk those runways if you would just give me a chance. And so I really love seeing this, and this kind of reminded me of, like, Viola Davis was like, okay, I kind of get these strong, powerful, suffering wife, motherly, strong black woman roles. Why don't I want to do something different? And she came out with Widows, sort of like she wanted to be sort of an action lead, like Liam Neeson. Hell, Liam Neeson played her husband in that movie. So Viola pushed it with Widows, and Widows actually didn't do so well at the box office. People didn't really go see it, and that's not to say it was a bad movie. Every movie has its faults and its triumphs, but that just kind of broke my heart that not a lot of people went to go see that and support Viola, lead character. And someone else like Taraji P. Henson, Acrimony, and Mary Jane. Gabrielle Union is another black actress who has stepped out and are taking these roles. Halle Berry kind of kicked it off with The Call. So we're seeing this sort of, not typical actress taking these roles. And they all kind of were more action thriller, like they were playing the person getting the revenge on someone else, or learning to fight to defend themselves. And I really liked this because Octavia was that person, and she was that bitch in this movie. She was that bitch. So we're gonna continue with non-spoilers, just rounding out the cast. We've got Diana Silvers as the kind of the lead girl here as Maggie, who just moves to town, and she kind of is the one that kicks everything off. Funny thing about her is, the last movie I saw was Booksmart, in which she was in. She had starred in as Hope, sort of the alternative back behind the scenes girl. So go check out my review of Booksmart and see her. But she was also, one of her first credits was Into the Dark on Hulu, the Flesh and Blood, the Thanksgiving episode. We've reviewed down the Valentine's Day episode, and we're gonna get around to the other ones, but Flesh and Bone, Thanksgiving episode, she was in as well. So kudos to you, Diana, because you're in 3 things that I'm here checking out, so I'm here for it. Also in the cast, we've got Juliette Lewis, veteran actress, Hollywood staple and well known, and she plays Maggie's mother, and she plays that typical single mom who's trying to start over, it's kind of rough going. She's got to work all the time. And that's kind of how Octavia Spencer's ma, whose name is Suzanne, that's how she manages to sneak her way in and get, sort of in the heads of all these kids. Because all these kids seem to have parents that are not as active or, they've got their own stuff going on. Also in the cast, we've got the hunky and dreamy Luke Evans playing one of the fathers. And I liked the use of him. One little spoiler, we get to see a little something in the movie. I'm just saying, Mr. Lukey, call me. But he is there and he does his part. Someone who I was surprised to see and who only had a little cameo, a little tidbit here and there was veteran character actress Missy Pyle. Yes, if you may not know Missy's name, but I know you've seen Missy in something. You've seen her, and shout out to Missy because Missy does a lot of comedies with black casts. I'll go ahead and say that she's been a ride or die for us. So I'm Team Missy, and her role in this, though it was short, I know she had fun doing it. It was short and sweet, and she got to be sloppy messy all over the place from top to bottom. The first time we see her, she's a sloppy mess, and I live for Missy, so shout out to you. This is the part where I'm going to get into sort of spoilery things, and so if you have not seen the movie yet, just know that I highly recommend it. Octavia Spencer is one of the best actresses working today, and she is a committed actress, so she is going to give it to you 100. I will say the script and the plot sometimes let her down, but she is so good that I walked out of there, the whole entire audience, I saw this at 11:30 in the morning, and people were startled, people were like creeped out by Octavia, knowing it was still bright and sunny outside. So Octavia did her job on this. So if you don't want spoilers for the movie, stop here, leave a like and comment. Let me know that you stopped here and that you're ready to go see it. And we'll continue.
I play Sue Ann, also known as Ma. What I like about Sue Ann is she's unassuming when you first meet her, just like everybody else. But the thing about it is you don't know what people are actually going through or have been through. So your encounter with them is based on their life experiences. So you hope that everybody has great life experiences.
Let's get into the actual part of Ma. Once again, if you're not looking for spoilers, please stop now because I will go on. All right. So we got Diana Silver's Maggie, and she's coming to town with her mom, Juliette Lewis, and they move back from San Diego into a small town, Ohio. And the first thing I thought was like, where are all these black people? What is going on? All these black people here. Josh is from Ohio, small town in Ohio, and it reminded me of where he was from, and I know there ain't many of us around there, so that part felt a little odd, but maybe that's because it was my context, and I'm pretty sure there's some place in Ohio where it is a little bit more mixed like the small town is, but it is a very small town, and so the kids don't really have a place to go. The thing is to go out to the rock pit and drink and hang out and kiki and whatever. So what I did like about this movie for two fronts was that the Maggie, she's a new girl in school, and so she doesn't really have friends yet, and she moves in the middle of the semester on a Friday, and so she eats lunch by herself in the library for the first day. And I thought that was odd because usually you don't see this in movies. One of the popular pretty girls walks right in the library and was like, hey, you're the new girl. We're having a party, puts her phone number in there and was like, let's go. And so I was like, okay, thank you for not playing up the trope that even though she's eating alone on the first day, that might be normal on your first day until you get your footing, until you have some classes, meet some people. I hate it when they just make them a loser right away and nobody would talk to them. She's a good looking girl. She got noticed when she was walking in, so she's gonna talk. This girl, Ashley, the popular girl, her boyfriend is kind of the dumb jot. They've got a black friend, Darrell, he's there, and Andy is the cute guy who kind of noticed Maggie on the way in. So they all form a little circle, but what I liked is that Maggie actually said, no, I'm hanging out with my mom. We're going to a festival. And they try to punk her a little bit. Well, have fun with your mom. She's hanging out with old people. That's crazy. And yeah, so I was like, okay, I see what you're doing there. I see what's going on. You're laying the seeds right now. And so we cut to the kids The mom actually can't make the festival, so Maggie's like, all right, I'm gonna go hang out with them. So we cut to the kids. They don't give her any shit. They're like, all right, let's go, let's hang out, let's do the plan. I need another shot. Because here comes Mom. So this is the first time we see Octavia Spencer, and she is a veterinary assistant. And oh, someone else I didn't get to mention. Acclaimed actress and Academy Award winner in her own right, Allison Janney, who is friends with Octavia. They're good friends. They saw her plays together. Octavia has a recurring role on Allison Janney's show Mom, so they go back. Allison Janney is playing the vet who is always pissed off, who's always upset. Octavia is never doing her, I keep calling her Octavia, whatever, Sue Ann. Is never really doing her job. She's always distracted. And Allison Janney is basically playing the mother for my Tanya over again. Let's take this shot. I just held it for too long. Woo! Ah! So Octavia is walking a three-legged dog, interesting enough, across, around the vet to get him some exercise. And the kids are at the liquor store that's right next door, and they're trying to get people to buy for them. Obviously, small town, I guess. What are you going to do? How are you going to get it? Everyone knows everyone. It's a little harder. So they're asking people and it's not working. Darrell, the token black kid, is like, no, look where we are. They're not going to trust me. Why don't you try it, Maggie? So Maggie, being the sweet, nice little girl, asks Octavia, and she's like, no, I can't. She's like, no, I can't do it. And then she goes, and then Octavia looks at the van that they're driving, which is like a business van for Andy's father, Luke Evans. And sees like, something rings at her. And then, of course, the kids are being sweet, trying to butter her up. And so she buys for them.
She comes across these kids outside of a liquor store who ask her to buy them booze. Now, she is a responsible adult, but she was also a teenager once. So, being the fact that she was a teenager once, she obliges them and buys them liquor. That should tell you who Sue Ann is, in a nutshell. She's a party animal.
And right away, they let us know that something ain't right with Octavia. I think a lot of movies spend too much time trying to prove that this person's a good person before they twist. No, Octavia was creepy from minute one. As soon as she met these kids, she do what we all do, piece together information we saw from whatever, get on Facebook, get on Instagram. She looked them all up, and now she knows kind of who they are, about them, who their parents are, which is a big thing. And so she kind of makes herself available to be their contact, and she's buying stuff, and they get busted at the rock quarry drinking run one night after Octavia has supplied them. But it turns out Octavia called Andy's dad, and Andy was the designated driver in his van, and so the cops come out and they shut that down. Now Octavia's got them wrapped around them. Now they need a spot. So Octavia, being their contact for the alcohol on the party, she says, well, you know what? I just worried about you guys. You're out there drinking in this van. I know Andy says he doesn't drink, but what if Andy wants to get down at some point? So why don't you guys come back to my basement? And they go back to the basement, and this is what we see.
You know where the party is? Those earrings are beautiful, Maggie.
Sorry, I thought that was going to last a little longer. I had to switch to vodka. But Ma invites him in, and from the first moment, there is a scene where he, the jock boyfriend, he kind of tries to get all up in Ma's face, and the Ma pulls a gun, and it was like, now you strip the boy. And Octavia is such a good actress. She was giving me face. She was creeping me the hell out. It got so tense and awkward that people in the audience were laughing, but it was it wasn't the type of laughing that you thought okay, this is a bad movie laughing. It was that awkward. What do you do? This is a grown woman telling this 17, 16-year-old boy to strip naked, and the movie had they got him down, and he was just covering his junk as best he could. We saw all the little curves and swerves in the movie, and it looked good. But then she's like, I just fucking with you. And to me, I'm like, no, run, get the hell out. That was good enough. This fake ass, she pulled a gun, y'all, but the kids, they're swept up. They've got a spot to get fucked up. And so, they're ignoring a lot of the signs that Ma is showing them.
Well, Sue Ann was young once, and she knows what it's like to want a safe place for kids to go and party. I mean, she does it out of good intentions, but when you become the belle of the ball, and then the dynamics change, she's much older than these kids, and she wants to party every night, but they have homework. And things that they have other lives. And so that rejection snowballs. causes a snowball effect, and Sue-Ann really becomes a nightmare.
So the movie kind of progresses in this manner. As we see, Ma gets more and more obsessive.
Love Ma.
You know where the party is.
How did you get our numbers?
Hey, guys.
That bitch is crazy. What the hell?
Thanks for these earrings.
What happened last night?
You don't remember, do you?
Are you guys mad at me for something?
I don't want to hang out at Ma's anymore.
You can tell something is not right because she's particularly drawn to Andy, whose father is Luke Evans. And as it comes to pass, we find out that Luke Evans, Andy's dad, Missy Pyle, Juliette Lewis, Maggie's mom, and Ma all went to high school together.
I want you to meet someone.
Nice to meet you, Maggie.
We went to high school together.
Why's my son
You smell just like your daddy.
spending time at your house?
Probably something wrong with me.
So, and we see bits and pieces of a flashback that Ma was sort of like the only black girl in town, and the popular jockey white kids were. And again, I say all of this not to discredit anyone, black, white, whatever. It is what it is. We do have racial things in America, and to just cover your ears and be naive to them is not going to help it. I'm not saying this to trigger anybody. This is just what it is. So she's kind of the token black girl, and she's like, okay, maybe this is my chance to fit in this small town and feel accepted. And so they kind of, make her feel welcome, make her feel like, Luke Evans, likes her, his younger character likes her, and they provide her to the parties, they make her feel welcome, and then through flashbacks, we see that she was actually set up, that she thought he liked him, so she tricked her to going into the closet and performing a little on somebody, and she thought it was him, and pops out and it wasn't him. So now we've got this sort of Carrie revenge thing where she wants to get back at these people who wronged her. And I'm not going to reveal every twist and turn because it's a lot, but I don't know. Here's the thing about the movie. We continue in the movie. Mom's getting crazier and crazier. The dad finds out the kids are partying over there, and he's like, yeah, I know what we did back then. And Ma flips her shit. She learns how to take the tracker off the truck, and she traps the dad, and she's getting at him. And then the mom finds out, remembers who she is, and is like, say the hell away from my daughter, and they're going at it. And finally Ma just snaps, and she's like, you know what? We're going, you are all the kids of all the people that wronged me back in high school, and now here we are, we're all partying together, and you can, you feel the sense of someone who is deranged, who was bullied so hard in her youth that only thing that she wants to do and fix it in her mind is to go back and somehow be popular, be part of that crowd, and somehow maybe that'll erase what happens.
It's impossible to predict what Sue-Ann's going to do because she is a regular person when you meet her. She's unassuming, she's kind, she is the average Joe. But that just goes to show you never know what people are capable of. And rejection and bullying, powerful, potent combination. Beware, it's a cautionary tale.
So she goes on a spree, and not spoiling everything, Ma does what she needs to do. And as a movie, I thought this was very entertaining. There were so many times where I was just like, oh God, oh my God, Mom, what? And the audience, and it's not just me, the audience was flipping and carrying on with me, and it was so much fun. But then there were other times where I'm like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. Why did that need to happen? What is this? So I will say, please, see Ma to support Octavia and to support diversity in films, to support, people getting a chance to play different roles until it's universally accepted. And you can play any role you want to if you've got the talent to pull it off, and I can play anything I want to if I've got the talent to pull it off. I want to push more towards that. So that's a good reason to see this. It's also a good reason to see it if, you kind of like that. A lot of people thought because it was from the producers of Get Out and it was a black lead that this was from Jordan Peele himself, and it was not. So Jordan does have his style, but Tate Taylor has his own style, and I enjoy what Tate did as far as direction-wise and as far as what he got out of his performers. However, I will say the script is not the best. Again, I feel like the script lets Octavia and some of the other actors down, and some of the cinematography choices do make it feel a little bit more B horror movie. It does take it down a level from Get Out or from Us, which are both shot so magnificently, and that you can tell that we're one step down from there. But overall, please go see this movie. Please go see it. I'm a Ma stan. Some people are Mike Myers stans, Freddy stans, Jason stans. I am a Sue Ann stan, and I hope somehow they bring her back. Miss Octavia Spencer, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but just know I'm putting this out in the world. Cheers to you, and don't make me drink alone. Bye, everybody.
You are going to go in thinking that you know what's going to happen and that you're prepared. So you'll be a lot settled. But then you will start gripping the seat and leaning forward, and the cold chill, the cold sweats, and the creepiness you're going to feel after you watch this movie. I think genre fans are you guys are in for a wild, wild ride. I'm a huge genre fan, and I love this movie.
How does it feel to be on the outside looking in? Let's get this party turned up.
Why are you doing this?
This is the most fun I've had in a long time.